Hi, this is Jamie Magridge coming to you from my craft table. Today I'd like to show you how to make this card. It's a clean and simple easy simple stamping card. So let's get started. Let me flip you down. Hi, this is Jamie Magridge coming to you from my craft table. Today I'd like to show you how to make this card. It's a clean and simple card. It's what they call simple stamping. Okay, well, let's get started. I'll show you what we're going to need. I have a piece of Whisper White, which is 4 by 5 1/4, a piece of black, which is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, a piece of thick, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored and folded at 4 1/4. And those will be what I need. We're going to be using a bunch of ink colors today. I have Granny Apple Green. I have Pumpkin Pie, Pineapple Punch, Gorgeous Grape, Pacific Point, and Lovely Lipstick. Then Memento Tuxedo Black. Now the stamp set I'm going to be using is the stamp set that came out of the Sentimental Rose April Paper Pumpkin Kit. And there's this gorgeous rose and the leaves, and then there's a little strip of dots that I'm going to use from that stamp set. I have a sentiment that is out of floral frames. I'm going to use the hello right here. And then I have a little teeny tiny flower center thing that is out of Beautiful Bouquet. Just because I want to add a little detail to the center of this rose. It's not necessary, it just makes it nice. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to also be using a bunch of blocks. I have a bunch of A blocks, the little tiny one, and then a couple of the B blocks. Okay, let's start with, and I'm going to need a mister and something to mist into so that I don't get water all over my house. This is the rest of the stamp set from that kit. I don't know if you can see it. Let's put it on something. There we go. It has a bunch of nice sentiments and then the nice rose. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start with a Granny Apple Green. The technique for the background is ink block smushing, or using blocks for stamping. Block stamping, I guess it's called. So let's open the green ink pad. We're going to smush the block into the ink pad. Okay, I'm going to bring in my box so you can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, it's falling apart on me, lovely. Okay, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. Let's move the green ink pad. There we go. Let's smush that again. And now I'm using the mini mister. It has a nice fine mist on it, so that works best. Okay, and then I'm just going to mist it with a nice fine mist of water until the water's like pooling on it. Can you see it? Okay, then we're going to stamp this down here. I'm going to stamp the block on. Then I'm going to release the pressure, and you're going to watch the ink absorb into the paper. Okay. The next one I'm going to do is the orange. I'm going to move this box out of the way so you can actually see what I'm doing. And the orange one is going to go up in here a little bit, about an inch from the bottom. Or an inch from the top, excuse me. And missed it. And the only reason I use the box is because I have hardwood floors and I don't want all that water all over my floor. And release and watch it absorb the ink off the paper. It's pretty cool. Okay, let me put this one away. I'm going to take the yellow one. Smush it in there good. Missed it. Now the little ones don't need as much water. It's not as big of a space that needs the water, and this one's going to straddle the two of those. Alright, that one's a little wet. Oh, the purple one goes down here in this corner. I'm kind of like making a rainbow of squares across the back of my paper. Oops, I missed. Alright, this one will go down here. That one's, you can really watch it absorb into the paper. See it? Isn't that cool? I think it's the coolest thing. Okay, now we'll take the blue. Ink it up. And this one's going to straddle the yellow and the purple. Okay, then we have the red, which is the lovely lipstick. And this is going to go over here, straddling the blue and the orange. Okay, now this has to dry. So you have a couple choices. You can either warm it up and dry it with your blow dryer or your heat tool, or you can let it air dry. So let me go and dry it, and I'll be back with you as soon as it's dry. Alright, it's dry now. And let me apologize in advance. I got new neighbors and they're playing their music loud, so you might be hearing that. I'm going to get out the Memento ink. I'm going to get out the rose stamp. And make sure it's inked up really good. Okay, then I'm going to stamp it down here in this bottom section. Make sure it's got good even pressure so I get a good coverage on there. I do have a foam mat underneath here. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Alright, now oops, why am I putting the lid on there? Now we're going to bring in the leaves. And we're going to add a couple leaves. Let's put one here. And over here. I think I just want the two. Alright, then I'm going to take that long thing with all the little dots and I'm going to add some dots across it. That one, I'll grab a piece of paper so I'm not stamping over my rose. I want it to be shorter, like there. Okay, then I want one up here. I'm going to stamp my hello, and then I'll stamp one under the hello. Alrighty. Of course, it's been quiet all day. Now I decide to do a video. They decide to play their music. Awesome. Okay, that's all the stamping. Now we're going to mount this to our card. What did I do with the pieces? Okay, now this is really a little bit warped from all that water, so make sure you use a lot of adhesive. I'm going to go ahead and use the Tombow Mono. Make sure I get plenty of glue everywhere so it doesn't lift up in the edges. There's going to be an 1/8 of an inch border around it. So let's put that 1/8 of an inch border. Press it down really well. Now I got a big block here. You could use a book or anything you want, but I'm just going to set this down on here for a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to bring in my card base. I'm going to mount this to the card base. And again, there's going to be an 1/8 of an inch border. Okay, let's set this on here for a minute, let it dry. Okay, now that's the card. It's very clean and simple. There's the one I just did with you right now. Here's the one I did prior to the video. Each one's going to be a little bit different depending on where your squares go and stuff. Now you do have another option. You could stamp this onto another sheet of paper with a color or with black and white and pop it on top of it like that with dimensionals. That looks very nice as well. So you could do that. And here is a stepped up version. I actually did that. This is stamped onto a piece of Whisper White with black, and then I added the butterflies and a little bit of bling to it to step it up. So you can take it from as simple and basic simple stamping and step it up as far as you'd like to. Well, thank you so much for joining me at my craft table today. I hope you have a great rest of your day.